Good morning, boys and girls. Welcome back to the eastern wing of the Stink Bug Works. As you can see, I've finally got the end of the teardrop. What do we call this? The trailing edge of the teardrop. I've got it glued in and sanded and looks right. And I have the other side with the appropriate grain. It goes this way. That I hope to get on today. I'll tell you what, there's a hell of a lot of sanding between this and this. And even though it's only 1/8 of an inch, that's an awful lot. I'm going to take some of this down on the belt sander, just so I don't have to do quite so much hand sanding. I mean, this was a one-day project to glue this part on and sand it. This stuff is so incredibly hard. I mean, it cuts real well. It takes a nice surface, you know. But it's hard to sand. Anyway, I threw a coat of epoxy on it last night and knocked down some of the bumps and where I've been sanding to mount these things so it'll all eventually match. Once it gets enough coats of epoxy on it, it'll all look the same. And then it'll be done. I can start hanging hardware on it. That's not really that much. And I can put the ride pads on it. Gotta wait till batteries show up, because what I do with foam inside the ride pads here may depend on if I'm putting batteries in this way or I'm putting batteries in that way. The whip gives you several options. This is definitely not a kit for beginners, because the kit instruction ends when you have an empty hull. That's the end of the instructions. They figure you know what to do with an empty hull already. And so they leave that up to each builder's own preference. And I know what I'm going to do with this empty hull. But enough of that. Enough of that, boys and girls. Let's put the whip away and let's talk about this little kit. Okay, so this little kit is getting some attention. And okay, let's think about it some more. Now, I initially figured I was just going to take the instructions and copy them and bring them into AutoCAD and essentially trace the drawings and maybe expand it up to 16 inches. This is right now 390 millimeters, which is 15 and 3/8, 7/16, somewhere in that neighborhood. So it's a little shy of 15 and a half. I'm thinking kick it up to 16 or 16 and a half. But for now, you know, a couple of people have asked me, where'd you get this? And I gave them the info. And, you know, maybe that's a better option. This thing is, believe it or not, readily available and dirt cheap. The kit is $25. The shipping is $35. So for $60, still you get a cool little kit. And so, you know, it was originally powered by 2 C-cell batteries and a brushed motor. Now, that's a fairly heavy system when you think about it, because today's LiPos and brushless motors, you could get an entire RC system, including, you know, a rudder servo and the like, for about the weight of 2C batteries. I mean, that's a bit of heft. So this boat was made to handle that much weight. So I'm thinking RC would be a good choice. And I've had this sitting up on the shelf for quite some time. And this may be just the ticket for this hull. This is a 4100 kV. Yeah, I know that's pushing it a little bit. It's a 4100 kV motor, but it's a little tiny motor, and I think it will spin the 26 millimeter motor that's the Gropner 26 millimeter motor. It's basically a 2040 motor in it. And it has a feature that could be a drawback, it could be a bonus, but it has ribs on it. The feature is, that helps cooling. The distraction is you can't put a cooling jacket on it unless it's a 3-piece or 2-piece jacket. You'd have to put one on from this end and then glue a cap on it on that end, and then it would become permanent. It could be done, but you'd need a lathe or really good abilities with carbon fiber to make something like that. I may, because I can, but then again, I may try to do like a build-along and see what we could do. This and that 26 millimeter prop, I might be able to get away with just no water cooling, just air cooling inside the boat. That's what I'm thinking. One last thing. Road trip number 3. It'll be the last Wednesday of the month. So, oh God, what day was that? I looked at the calendar. Anyway, the last Wednesday of the month. And the plan will be, it'll be a 1-pond excursion. And the plan will be, I'll drive up there Tuesday night. We'll take over the gazebo Wednesday morning at the crack of dawn, and then folks can arrive. Scott from Hukumba may be there. I'll give him information, but that's our date. We're going to do it the last Wednesday in August. Did I say July? I meant August. You guys know I say the wrong things, and you know what I mean when I say what I meant when I meant to say what I said. Right? Okay, there you go, boys and girls. We've got road trip number 3. We've got thoughts about this little tunnel hull, and the whip is getting real close to being done on the outside. Then I have to do all the work on the inside. The inside I have pretty well planned, so it should go well. Until next time, boys and girls, jet out.